In late 2014, the Moyu AoSu came out after Moyu's first 4x4, the Moyu AoSu, and it caused quite a hype in the community because it came many people's mains. But then the GuanSu came out, offering quite a competition for the AoSu with its great price and great turning. I'll be doing this comparison in 6 different categories: price and quality, turning and feel, corner cutting, lockups, design, and overall thoughts, and then dubbing the winner at the end. The GuanSu comes at a very inexpensive price of $8 and the mini AoSu $26, which is quite a price difference considering the quality of the GuanSu. The GuanSu has a very hard feeling to describe, but the best I can describe it is very hard but yet very smooth and fast, and it is quite a pleasure to turn and flows very well. Now the AoSu has a very different feel. It is more stable and has a very quiet and buttery smooth feel, other than the harder and more brittle feel of the GuanSu, and it feels a little bit softer. Corner cutting on the GuanSu is about line to line, which is actually pretty good for a 4x4, but I bet you could actually make them do it better if you probably loosen the tensions, because these are on stock tensions, which are pretty tight. Now reverse is about 1/5 of a piece, which is actually pretty good for 4x4s, but you don't really need reverse cutting that much. Now, lockups are actually pretty frequent on the GuanSu. I get it about 4 times every solve, and it gets annoying, but you get used to it after a while, and it depends on the accuracy of your turning, so I'm not going to complain about that. Now, the AoSu can cut about line to line, but it's a tiny bit over, but it just depends on your tensions. I have mine on pretty loose tensions. And reverse is pretty much identical to that of the GuanSu, about 1/5 of a piece. Now the AoSu locks up very little, and I think it's because of its more stable design. Speaking of design, let's move on to the pieces. As you can see with the AoSu, all of the internal edges go all the way down to the core, which is what makes it more stable. Whereas the pieces from the GuanSu only go about halfway down to the core, which probably results in the lockup issue. As you can see from the corner stock design, the AoSu tries a bit harder to fit into place, whereas the GuanSu sort of hangs in the pieces, and I think that's another reason why it's a bit more stable than the GuanSu. Pretty much the exact same thing with the external edges. The AoSu tries to have a more stable design where the pieces fit into place, whereas the GuanSu tries to have a bit more of a wider design so then it can have a better anti-popping mechanism. One thing I noticed is that the lip on the GuanSu is much bigger than that on the AoSu, and I also noticed that the hook on the AoSu, it goes a little bit deeper because it has an extension, whereas the GuanSu does not. And regarding the internal edge pieces, I've noticed that the ones on the AoSu are filled, whereas the GuanSu are not. Now, I'm not sure if this contributes to their feel, but I do think it contributes to their stability. So which one of these cubes would I recommend? Well, I would recommend both of these cubes, but the one that I think is better is the AoSu. Even though it has quite an expensive price tag, I love the turning, I love the feel, it has great corner cutting, it doesn't lock up that much, and it has a very elaborate and stable design, which I greatly enjoy. Now, I did get the mini version, but I do believe that the regular sized version is just as good. But if you're thinking of getting a GuanSu, go ahead and get it. It is a great alternative to the AoSu, with its great price and its great feel and its great turning. Now, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.